To perform this look, we're going to be working with negative angles. To do this type of wolf cut hairstyle, we're going to start with the bangs area. To section the bangs, I'm going to be looking for the highest point on the head and connect it to the border of the eyes. This is the biggest section that I ever do for a bangs. If you want to create any heavy bangs, this will be the recommended section. Stop and section those bangs. Using the condensed cutting technique, bring all the hair to the point of the nose and hold it with your fingers and cut it with a razor at the arch of your nose. This is a form of condensed cutting. Use the razor to get a softer finish on the ends. If you want a more solid bangs, you can actually use your shears, cut it straight, or use a point cutting technique. Cutting the bangs this way is going to create a soft oval with wispy ends and just above the eyes. Stop and cut the bangs area. To cut the sides, I'm going to divide the front part from the back area. Use any other techniques that we have learned to determine where is the front to the back. You can decide where you want to start your frame. It doesn't always have to be from the bangs. You can do it disconnected from the bangs. For a reliable finish, stay on natural fall without projecting the hair or elevating the hair. Using the razor, cut a diagonal back to connect the bangs to the back area. Use the freeform cutting technique by slide cutting from short to long with the razor or the shears, whatever you prefer. Take your time to get the desired form. Continue cutting the same diagonal back to connect to the middle back for a V-shaped finish. Repeat the same technique on the opposite side. As you can see, I'm going from short to long in both sides. Check the angle on the razor. This angle is going to facilitate how the hair feathers back when you do the blow dryer. Most times I like to go twice to make sure I didn't miss any hair. Take your time to check the balance. Stop and cut the sides. After I'm done with the bangs and the sides, I'm going to cut the length of the back at the length that I desire. You can leave the shape on the back on a V shape, or you can actually recreate an oval shape or a square. On this case, I'm going to be doing a square shape, but because of the razor finish and the wave pattern of this hair, it's going to keep the shape on the back more rounded than a square. You can finish the back straight, soft oval, or in a V shape. Your choice. Stop and cut the back. I will use the longest piece on the bangs as a reference to start my short to long layers. You can see here how I'm pulling the hair up to figure out my angle. This one. Short to long, negative angle. To cut the whole top area, I'm going to use the condensed cutting technique with the twin combs. Observe how I'm combing the hair towards me and then collect it on the two combs. Basically, I'm creating a horseshoe-shaped section. After that, pull the hair at 90 degrees from the head and cut the short to long angle that you desire. I suggest you use a large format shears to do this technique. Remember, you're using as a reference the longer piece of your bangs. Stop and cut the layers on the top section. So we just use our top to bottom section for the top layers. Now I'm using the interior to exterior sections for the back area. To cut the rest of the interior part of the hair, I'm going to use the whole crown area, pull it up and continue the same angle. This is the hair we like to preserve and use as a reference. Go over 2 times to confirm that all is being cut well. Stop and cut the layers on the midsection. To cut some additional layers on the perimeter, I'm going to use the guide that I just created, take it down natural fold and cut it where it lays. As you can see here, we're still saving some hair in the perimeter to maintain the thickness. Repeat the same angle on both sides, in this area and in this area. Just remember to not cut anything from the perimeter. Stop and cut the layers on the lower section. And here I have the 360 view of this haircut just with that. To style the hair, use a creamy product, one that you can use for blow drying if you want softer, or one that has more texture if you want to create a million more texture and waves. On this case today, because I'm going to be doing some more dry cutting, I'm going to blow dry the hair straight on the top with some volume and give it a little more kick on the ends. I will start the blow drying process by making the bangs straight with a flat brush, giving a direction forward to the hair. Using the round brush, polish the top area, going under and with natural volume on the roots. To set up the shape for the rest of this look, I'm going to be using a mid-size round brush. I will give the ends directions back towards the center back, and the perimeter on the back going up. Use the call button on your blow dryer to set up the shape of each wave. Stop and blow dry the hairstyle. To add some texture to this hairstyle, I'm going to be using the texturizing shears with the thicker teeth. Starting on the center of the bangs, pull the hair on this angle and texturize the hair on the ends as you see needed. Continue going around the top of the head, following the head shape and the angle we cut previously. To get some additional layering, I'm going to use the razor to cut and leave it on the surface. For the middle and bottom layers, I will be using the razor to give the direction to the ends. Take your time to customize this look. Stop and texturize the hair. To style the hair, use a creamy product, one that you can use for blow drying if you want softer, or one that has more texture if you want to create a little more texture on waves. Start by applying the product from the ends to the middles, and avoid the roots if it's possible. If you like, you can use the combs to distribute the product on the strands. If you want to leave this style with a little more of the natural wave, use the diffuser to do so. Mousse will be another great product choice to style this hair with the diffuser. The less you touch your hair with the fingers at this point, the better. You can use this technique with any length on any Wolfka hairstyle. Go have some fun! And here you have the 360 finished view of this style.